Yeah, we are back, and this time we actually have some BMX Streets news. And that is because Mash has actually been posting a few different videos recently of a bunch of different things, mostly multiplayer related from the looks of it. It seems like, at least from what he's saying, maybe in the next week or two we may have a version of the game that will have multiplayer back in. Okay, this is just, like, take it with a pinch of salt. We don't know for sure, but at least he says it's coming along and we're getting closer to actually seeing something. Right here, you're seeing custom clothing being shown up in multiplayer. Like, if you have your own character and you play multiplayer, it will actually be able to be seen by other people. That's something we didn't have before when it was sort of in the game. Now, if you want to go back and find some other stuff, I always just go from Mash Games. From here, basically, you can cut out all the crap that's in the middle of the channel and just see what he's actually been doing. When it comes to where we're at with multiplayer, from what he says, networking custom characters is in. He's got a few more steps to do before he can release it. Host migration, lobby and private sessions. So there's going to be UI for that, which is nice. Somehow network the slow motion feature. I don't know how many people actually use the slow motion feature, but oh well, I guess it needs to be there. Client proxy data extrapolation, which I don't really know what that is. Going up a little bit more, it mentions you might be able to put a public beta branch on Steam in a few days, or maybe a week. So, as of the time of me filming this video, which is Sunday the 11th, so in a week's time, we may see something, but again, take it with a pinch of salt. It's just more of a video to say that we're actually getting some progress. And I think it's worth reporting it to people, as a lot of people are always asking, where's the multiplayer, where's this and that. I haven't really noticed much of a mention of PS5, if we're being honest. So maybe there's not a lot to report on that side. If there is anything, we'll probably hear from it officially. Generally, when it comes to MASH, unless it's an official announcement, take everything with a pinch of salt. That's a safe thing to do. So if we keep going back a few pages, we see some of these other videos where the physics between characters is actually kind of connected now. I wasn't sure if that was a thing originally. I guess you could do stuff off other people a little bit. But the aim now is, I guess, to have it all work very seamlessly. So if you're playing with other people, you can interact with their bikes, pick it up, do whatever you want. Which would be nice, because things like Skater XL or a lot of online games basically just have you pass through other people with no direct interaction. I'm not entirely sure what this is supposed to be. And here as well, this actually shows like moving objects with multiplayer at the same time. I guess this is in slow motion mode right now. But the ability to have like moving objects in the world which you react to and also other players react to at the same time would probably be pretty interesting, because you could imagine some like, I don't know, like Wipeout style courses, like an assault course with stuff moving all over the place, playing it with other people, hitting each other, or stuff like that. This is something that's not even Skate or anything like that does. So if it does get pulled off, that would actually be pretty interesting. Just out of curiosity, if we search PS5, we'll see if there's any mention. Okay, the last thing about that was September, so he hasn't really said anything about that. That doesn't mean it's not being worked on, but we just don't really have an idea of when or how that end of things is coming out. So, yes, sorry for that. I don't know why I'm apologising. I'm nothing to do with the game, I just play it, but I get so many comments asking about PS5 that it'd be nice to be able to give people something in the end. But apparently that's not going to be a thing for the immediate time. We haven't really heard anything about new maps or anything either. Presumably, current priority will be multiplayer, and then we see what happens after that. But there you go. That's a quick look at some of the things that are currently being worked on. So hopefully we'll get multiplayer in. He just needs to sort out the UI and a few other things. Because it would be pretty interesting to be able to like do tricks off other people's bikes. Just get them like stand somewhere and do a tap off it. I remember doing that in 1.0, I think. My memory's kind of fuzzy at this point. But there was a few different things we could like do a foot jam or stall on like somebody's tyre. So having the ability to do that and have multiplayer like a permanent thing, like have it fixed and done and ready. Who knows what crossplay will be like with console. Hopefully it will all be together because the user base for this game isn't exactly huge. So having it all cross-play would be ideal. But then again, is cross-play a nightmare to implement? Who can say for sure, right? Honestly, I'm just glad that we're starting to hear things, see some progress. Because we've had a bit of a lull recently. I don't know, I can just play this game fine anyway. But I can definitely understand the people that are impatient, waiting for more stuff. Especially the console side, like the Xbox doesn't have mod maps. No mention of that as well, interestingly enough. We don't know when mod.io implementation is going to be fully in. That's going to be the big thing for console players because they'll get bored quick with the base maps. To be fair, the base maps are very good, so if you just want to have a session, then that will keep you entertained for a while. But then again, not everybody plays this game like me and can just session one map forever. I don't know, I'm saying all that, I'm playing a mod map right now. This is, if I remember the name, Santiera High School, I think. It's a map that I did a video on quite a long time ago. It's a very nice high school map with some little physics objects here and there. It's mostly just the balls. But yeah, this is one map I remember spending quite a bit of time on. I'm trying to remember some of the tricks I did. I remember gapping off this roof and landing on the rail. Slowly break down. Yeah, there we go. For those that didn't watch my recent videos, I was playing around with first person. Damn. Because that got re-implemented. Okay, what happened there? Yeah, first person got put back in the game. Or it was improved at the very least. I don't actually really ever use it. It got me back into trying it again for these recent videos. And I had a fun time with it. The only problem is with a modded character, this is what happens. So you do need to use like the base character to actually do any of that stuff. Yeah, go check those videos out if you want to see more of that stuff. I'll also probably be doing a few shorts with it because it makes for actually pretty good shorts. And people seem to like those. So I may play around with it a little bit more. For those who are actually wondering where to find the Discord server, usually if I provide a link, it like expires over time. So my recommendation is just on Google. Type BMX Streets Discord server. Go in, don't yell and get pissy, because usually that will just get you banned. At the very least, you can see what Mash is doing. He doesn't usually respond to people, unless he's on at the time. But he's usually just showing stuff off and that's about it. He's probably tired of people yelling at him. And unfortunately, that doesn't really make things happen any quicker. So yeah, plenty more to come. I think my content slowed a little bit recently because there's been absolutely nothing to report. Not even really many mod maps. I noticed there was one new one that the old potato put out like a day or two ago. That map looks really good by Jur. I'll definitely do a video on that one coming up. Ooh. Yeah, that's about it really. Don't want to make this too long. If there's anything you'd like to see in the game, maybe add it to the comments. Get people chatting about what they want. Multiplayer will be nice. That and the console version. And mod.io. Actually, there's a lot of things that we need. Probably not going to get it all at the same time though, so I guess we're just going to have to bear with it. Yeah. I will see you in the next video.